Well, the main aims of RBA was basically to create awareness of hate crime. Our main remit was to basically, make a production that will tackle hate crime. And from what we saw, the first way to tackle it was to create awareness for it. So the show was there geared specifically to show people what hate crime truly is and the effects of hate crime into the community at large.
Our main aims for Really Big Adventure was to bring in a new audience, an audience that usually wouldn't go to theatre. Using live performances and film, we created a hybrid play where the audience stays entertained while also it being very informative. And this has given a new platform to deliver this message.
The main aim of RBA was to bring in young people from different backgrounds into our hamlet and tackle hate crime through media and art by changing perceptions. The key issues we tried to deal with in this play was race, homophobia, disability and sex.
The main areas of hate crime that we tried to tackle was basically racism and to a degree sexism and the effects that they have, particularly to young people and the influence older generation and their prejudices has on young people. Now, the reason why we did a stage film hybrid was we realized that to bring the audience to this show, we had to do something new than just your normal fare of like a standard stage gritty drama on hate crime. So we came up with the idea of doing an adventure comedy stage, film stage production that will attract the audience to come and see, this show and that's entertaining as well as having a very important message of hate crime.
You know how they multiply. Besides, they're all the same.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should look at the treasure.
He ran away from a butterfly. That's how scared he is. He's literally right.
Well, RBA was put together in a very short space of time, in a very amazing kind of way. I mean, it was a culmination of film and stage with young people working with professional actors, young people working with professional technical filmmakers to create this stage film hybrid, that brought the Really Big Adventure to life.
RBA was put together by workshopping the script and the subject of hate crimes with young people.
A wide range of locations were filmed in and which created this very challenging production schedule, which was also a lot of fun.
Really Big Adventure was quite a challenge in trying to encompass hate crime into one show. Now, we knew that wasn't possible, but we tried our best to, at least touch upon most of the different, facets of hate crime, as well as trying to resolve, the issue of hate crime by showing, these a multitude of characters, from aggressive, racist people to homophobic, to the young people who have started off their life, who are innocent to all this prejudice, and how these kind of negative stereotypes have an effect on them. And we try to bring that to the audience so that the audience can decide themselves by seeing these negative characters and these positive young people, and how these kind of characters can influence the younger generation, and hopefully to show us what we can do, to stop this.
RBA has definitely raised and created awareness of what hate crime is and the different types of hate crime that can exist in communities. I also think RBA, what it's done is it's brought the subject to the foreground, to the public, that hate crime, people experience hate crimes, and the perpetrators it's not about the good guys and the bad guys. It's about lack of education of hate crimes.
You don't know what you are dealing with.
Oh my god! Let's bypass the lava!
We believe that Really Big Adventure has done what we, set out to do, which was basically create awareness. We created a varied range of characters that showed the varied range of hate crime. Our main aim with Really Big Adventure was to basically show that it's not a matter of who the bad guy is. That's not the important part. It's a matter of basically lack of education. Our main aim of RBA was to show the fact that education is the key to solving hate crime. The characters that we showed, the racist characters that we showed, we tried to show their reasons why they're racist, because it's important not to vilify people when it comes to something like hate crime, because all you do then is basically make a scapegoat and we forget about it. So what we try to do is try to figure out why this was happening. And what we came to, conclusions we came to through this show was that it was education. It was misinformation, which is lack of education and misinformation, which was the reason why hate crime was breeding.
I don't like the low lights for the problems of course. We're not animals. Besides, they're children.
What RBA has also done has shown us how history can play a big part and how we can learn from it. How we use the analogy of a sword as a symbol of historical wrongdoings and the relevance to people's attitudes today.
To be next to you, I'm here to tell you that it is good, that it is true.
Lack of education and misconceptions were the main reasons for hate crime, and this is what we found in our production, and this is what we tried to show in our production by showing these characters, showing them at the initial degree of them having been these negative racist characters and how they're affecting young people, to the journey that everyone takes near the end where they are educated as to what their differences are and how their differences are something that we can celebrate and not something that they're not something that we fight about, not something that will create conflict. So we feel that RBA did this by creating awareness for hate crime, but more importantly, by showing the reasons for hate crime, why hate crime occurs.
With projects like A Really Big Venture and the work Tower Hamlets Community Safety Service are doing in the borough with the police and the communities and young people, I think is the first step to tackling hate crimes and educating the community of how we should deal with these issues by using media, by using the press, by using other sources, other platforms to get this message across.
We shall meet again very soon.